So we're going to be checking out Nightcap, Shannon Sharpe, Ocho Cinco. On this channel, we're going to do whatever is sports related. And then we're going to be seeing what's going on. So, let me see. Shannon Sharpe and Ocho lose it over woman demanding $1,000 per month to be in a relationship. So, let's see what this is about.
Things that women need for maintenance. Can you see it?
Hey, whoa, oh heck. See what I'm talking about?
Let me read it to the people that can't see at home.
Come on,
she
man.
says she needs $60 for waxing. She needs between $75 and $130 for her nail and toes. She needs between $80 and $400 for her hair. She needs between $60 and $150 for facial. She needs between $12 and $30 for her brows. She needs between $80 and $120 for her lashes. She say, guys, that $100 y'all trying to send, that ain't good enough, sir.
Now you see when I was in college why I took cosmetology classes. Now you see why I took classes to be an esthetician. Now you see why I took classes to be able to do manicures and pedicures. Now you see why I learned how to do installs and color wigs and braid. That's ridiculous. Because if you add up, tell Ash, do me a favor. Tell Ash to tell me how much that is right there real quick. Because if you think about it,
okay, we're going to do the high end. 190, 190, 590, 740, 770, 890. That's about that's almost $1,000 a month.
So think about that. It's 12 months in a year. Every 2 weeks, she needs $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now
so that's $2,000 a month. That's 24 grand a year.
That's $24,000 a year.
I'm gonna send you a W-2 for him. I'm sending you a W-2.
So I'm still kind of torn on Ocho. He has learned how to do all these things for his women. But I'm thinking like he's in a privileged position because he's really not a guy that has to go to work every day, even though, truth be told, I have actually done some of these things for the past women in my life. I can do some certain things. I won't go into detail. I can do some of the things that Ocho is talking about. I can do some of those things for women. And I've done those things for women. But you do have to keep in mind, Ocho is not a guy that have to work 50, 60 hours a week like most productive men. We're going to put these in quotations. Productive men. So he's actually has time to sit back and learn how to do these things. He's taking classes and he's done whatever he has to do to. He's a cheap guy. And let me tell you something. I'm cheap as hell. There's nothing wrong with being cheap. But he has sat back and taken the time to do these things. And I'm thinking in a long run, the women is not gonna. They're not gonna really appreciate these things. But he been with his woman for 4 years up to this point, so maybe it works. We don't know.
In this economy, women have to be realistic. There's a very small percentage of the men that 2,000 ain't nothing. A very small percentage. The chances of you landing one of those in the 1% is slim to none. You got to be realistic. But everybody's not finna be getting no millionaire.
What about I don't need no man. I make my own money. What am I? Hold on.
Well, hold on. The ones that if they make their own money, if they make their own money, then this wouldn't be an issue because this is part of your own maintenance. This is part of your own upkeep. This is the basic necessities to survive and look good. This ain't nothing but fucking hygiene. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. This ain't nothing but hygiene. Hygiene. That's all it is.
I ain't got no problem with it. You know, hey, let me see what I got. Let me see what I got right here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you gonna pay for it?
I'm gonna get that thing waxed.
Oh, you gonna keep?
I don't want you to look like you got buck weak in the leg lock. You know, you got an afro. I need you to fade it up, trim it up. You know, get a Fu Manchu or something.
Listen, you get a set of razors from Walgreens or CVS.
Nah, man, that thing be looking like Nestle Crunch down there, man. Come on,
nah,
Ocho.
you gotta go with the grain of the hair. You gotta go with the grain of the hair.
Nah, go get that thing. Go get the sugar.
Chad, schooled on this. I am too, bro.
I need hardwood floors. I don't need no carpet.
I understand what you're talking about, Unc.
They got the shag carpet like used to be in them 70 vans.
I know exactly.
Yeah, man, come on, Ocho.
But listen, that's why I learned how to do everything. That one in there that's sleeping, man, I'm not paying for your nails, your hair. I do all that. You let me know. I give you a schedule. You tell me when you free. I got you. You need to wax? Boom, I wax her. I do that. When it's time for her to get her nails and feet
I ain't got no Ocho.
I do that.
I'm just more of a guy. If you don't ask me, I'll give it.
Unc, everybody's not in your position to be able to give like that.
Well, I'm just saying. I understand that.
And what about women? What about the women? Unc, come on, let me take my glass off because now my head hurt. Because I'm just thinking about it. Women say,
nah, you know what? Now that you before you go, Ocho,
yeah.
You know what I'm gonna say? I ain't paying for nothing else. Since I don't protect black women, y'all ain't getting no more of my damn money. Damn it.
Women say, I ain't going 50-50 with nobody. Well, if you ain't going 50-50, that means you going 100%. So you're playing everything on your goddamn own anyway. It ain't making no sense. But you got to understand, the chances of you, the likelihood of you getting a guy that can afford the maintenance for everything you need and all your bills, but it's not likely. And if you do have a guy that does that, it's going to be short-lived anyway. Because you have no leverage at that point if he's doing everything for you.
Yeah.
You have no leverage. You have no power. You got to be able to be bringing something to the table just to, you know, like, oh, you want to play? You know, because if you got a dude doing everything for you, oh, he going to play with you now. He going to play with you now. Because there's no, you're nothing but a liability at that point. You have no leverage no more. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
Nah,
So, tell me, Chad, he's doing nails for his woman. He's doing feet for his woman. I don't know how I feel about that. I just don't know. I know how to do those things. I have done those things, but he has done it from a standpoint of he won't spend too much money on nothing. But I think it's more than that, Chad. I think it's more of a control thing for you, Chad. That's just what I'm thinking. Cause I want to spend so much time with my woman, but if she wants to go out and get her nails done and do this and feet and get the fuck away from me, I'm down for that. I don't want you around me all that much. I just need you around me enough. When you want to go out and get your nails done, feet done, this, that, and the other, deuces. Please go. Please go. Love you. But I don't need you to be around me 24/7.
Well, some women think because I'm so fine, I'm a dime, I'm a baddie, I'm a city girl, he ain't going nowhere. Shit, boy, it's 1,000 yous, man. It's 1,000 of you. You are just.
Mr. Bill in the chat. Did you? Obviously, you watched the video. Stephen A. Smith is a clown. He put out a message, I think it was a tweet, and he said he wake up every morning thinking about the money that he's gonna make for his boss and how he can get some of it. If you watch that video, this is not the first, second, 7th, 10th time that Kwame Brown has cooked this guy. And he spent a minimal time to do it. Stephen A. Smith has talked about this guy for up to 20 years, and Kwame Brown never said a word. Until about, probably about 3 years ago? Cooked him again. Mr. Bill, it is what it is.
It's another bill. You're an added expense, depending on who the guy is. I mean,
Yeah, but the average guy, unless that guy a professional athlete or he got some major paper. I mean, the average guy. Yeah, I mean, you got to understand. Because here's the thing, Ocho. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, if he can afford to do this every 2 weeks, he's gonna be making mid six figures.
Yeah.
To have a $24,000 bill
Yeah.
that he can't write off.
6 figures. Well, you got to be making more than 6 figures.
No, but I'm just saying he has to make at least that.
Oh, yeah.
Because he can't write this off. This is not a deduction. So in order to think about how many people, forget just men, because you cut it in half.
Yeah.
So how many people you think in the USA make 155, at least 150,000, man or woman? So now you cut it in half.
Yeah.
What's the likelihood of you running into it?
Not very likely.
I think people have a false sense of reality, especially when it comes to finances and money, because everyone looks the par, everyone looks rich, everyone drives something nice.
Now social media got people thinking everybody rich.
Hey, listen, Unc, when it comes down to it, hey, it ain't what you think it is. It ain't never what you think it is.
Yeah. I mean, people might have had money during COVID when they were doing that, doing that, you know what I'm saying? The
Hey,
PP.
Unc, that shit dried up quick, boy.
Yeah.
That shit dried up quick, boy.
And you saw a lot of people had their hands behind their back, get their head dumped into the car too. The feds came. Where your business at?
Hey man, it's tough, man. I want all my women. I want all my women to win. I want all my women to have a guy that they love, that's able to provide for them. But again, we have to have a sense of reality.
You got to be realistic now.
Got to be realistic. And some they'd love to say, "Oh, I'm not gonna settle." Okay. Okay. You don't have to say. You don't have to settle. Continue to reach in search of that wealthy man. So what is it about you that makes you so special from the other 100,000 women that are also searching for that wealthy man?
That think they special.
That think they special. And, I got ass. Okay, who don't?
There are a lot of them. Man.
I'm pretty, I'm a bad.
I really, these guys, they are the top 1% of men, period. As far as, and we know we weigh men by what men make, right? But even regular dudes, such as myself, we don't want to settle. We will be settling because we are good dudes. I'm not up with these dudes. Of course, no one's up with these dudes. 99% of men are not with these dudes. And I respect these dudes. They did what they did, this, that, and the other. But most women are looking for these dudes. They're not looking for people like me. I'm just a regular dude. I do well, but I'm a regular dude, and most women are not checking for men like me. They're looking for these dudes. But I'm looking at it like, how? Never mind. My conclusion is you're not going to please women. You're just not. So you have to navigate and figure out this woman, and even regular old everyday women is starting to think that they deserve these dudes. And you know what that means? I think that means men are to the point to where we are starting to bow out. We are about to tell these women, y'all can have it. Anyway, Mr. Bill, so Kwame Brown is not a clown for lying. I really don't know what you mean there, sir. And I'm still, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, Mr. Bill. I have this chat window up and I'm trying to figure out how to expand it. It's in OBS. I would love to see, and I see you did another message and I can't really see it. I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out. I'm not gonna be, hold on. So I'm not gonna even hold you up, Mr. Bill. And I'm not gonna be rude. I respect your interaction. Kwame Brown Cook, Stephen A. Smith. Bruh, look at the freaking video. He did the business on Stephen A. Smith, as he always does as far as a important topic. Stephen A. Smith is just, he is a plant, obviously, because he has no history of anything like that. Stephen A. Smith wrote a book and there's no proof of anything in the book that Stephen A. Smith said. No proof of anything. Now, the name I'm gonna mention, don't worry about the name, but listen, if you go back and you can look at it, because it's on YouTube, you can search it. Jason Whitlock. He went through this whole thing. There's no proof of anything in Stephen A.'s book that he said. Stephen A. Smith is a plant, and there's plenty of plants out here. And if anything we know about conspiracies, what we're figuring out today is conspiracies have become things that are not debunked today, things that are argued as tinfoil hat, but we know conspiracies are things that have been proven true years later. That's what conspiracies are to this point. So call it what you might want to call it, but it is what it is. So you say Kwame Brown is not a clown for lying? I don't think Kwame Brown is lying. I think Kwame Brown has first world experience from this guy, this man, talking about him for 20 plus years. And this guy is Stephen A. Smith, is going to colleges and universities trying to discourage black young men from trying to go directly to the NBA, because if they go to college for even 1 year, the college will have control of their, which we know now as the NIL, name, image, and likeness. They will have control of their name, image, and likeness for a long time, which the rules have changed since then. But back years ago, when Kwame was gonna go to college, but that's what Stephen A. Smith did. He went to these colleges, and Kwame Brown always say, "Why we at them colleges, boy?" That's what Kwame Brown said. Stephen A. never answered that question. if he answered that question, and then we can move forward. So let's continue to see what Shannon and Ocho was talking about.
Eddie,
Go to your Explore
a
page.
bunch of them too.
Man, every video, woman doing butt exercises. They're doing hip thrusts. They're doing squats. They're doing booty stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of women got ass. If they ain't got it on naturally, they go buy it.
Yeah, but see, listen. If you got,
Hold on, I gotta address this too. If they doing all these glute exercises and things like that, I would definitely rather prefer that than BBLs, because BBLs look fucking disgusting. They look disgusting, and I've heard some other things to weigh. They stink. The secretions that come from them and the other things that BBLs bring up, that because the woman has a new ass, she really don't know how to clean it. So do the exercise. Get that ass. If it's not natural, get that ass. If you do it by exercise, to me, that's natural too. Keep it up.
that ass and you find in your baddie, that'll get your man.
You
know what they do at the beginning? At the beginning, they gonna do whatever you want to reel you in.
Yeah.
They gonna reel you in.
They get you.
When they get you, and then they realize, well, damn, that's it. There's nothing else left outside of what you're advertising. There's no more substance after that. After the ass, okay, I done hit now. Okay, what's next?
Yeah,
okay, I done hit a few times, but goddamn, that's it. And then you start realizing, well, I'm not getting nothing in return for the money that I'm investing outside of that ass. What? All right, now. In the process, the process, it continues to cycle. Once he gets bored, now you're on looking for the next one, and the process repeats itself over and over and over until you find you a duck. That's what we call them, or you find your gook. That's what we call them here at home in Miami. That's willing to take on that responsibility. And you just keep on rotating until you find one and it sticks. But the chances of sticking are slim to none. Slim to none. You got to be able to. You got to be able to carry your own weight, baby.
Somebody was asking somebody in the chat, talking about did Shannon settle for the contract? I don't set the value. They offered me a contract.
Yeah.
And see, what happened with Shannon is that when Shannon like, okay, I want X. They say, well, Shannon, we can't give you X. We'll give you W.
Right.
Nah, I'm good. Well, Shannon's difficult to work with. See? No. This is what look. My thing is, yes, I want to get fair compensation.
Right.
Now,
we all
let's see what are you willing to go? This is what I think I'm worth, and let's see how can we get, because here's the thing about business and women and men. Look, I'm talking about, and I had a great conversation, a lot of conversation with, excuse me, people, my nose. The one thing that you want to do, Ocho, and I'm gonna tell people that when you get into contracts and you start dealing with, you try to get the best deal you possibly can. I've always had this, and my agent told me this way back. He said, Shannon, I would rather you take less money and then have somebody begrudgingly give you more, and it ruins the relationship. Because I've seen that happen. Oh, I won. I got everything I wanted. And then it come time and you've damaged the relationship. So for me, what can I do with 6.5, 8 million that I can only do with 10 million? And see, that's where people go astray. 10. If I don't get 10, no, bro. Now you do it however you want to, but I'm just telling you how I do.
Right.
Because I would rather take a little less than have somebody begrudgingly give me more, and it ruins the relationship because I've seen it happen. First of all, men and women, if it's talking about dating, we're not entering into an agreement, a contract. So it's not the same thing as me trying to get a job. So if you're telling me it's a job, so tell me what she is, and I go ahead and pay her, because I ain't paying her to be with her. I'm paying her to leave.
Ooh. Come on,
So
now.
how are we gonna do this? Let's have real talk. You want to have real talk since you wanted to say, well, Shannon, somebody, your value. You don't set the market on your value. The market sets the market.
Ooh.
Ocho, I want to sell this cup. I want to sell this red Solo cup with water
Right,
for
right.
$15.
Okay.
Nah, ain't nobody say that. If somebody gave me $15, that's what it's worth. Something is only worth what someone is willing to pay for it.
So
And you don't say, unless you paying yourself or you buying yourself, hey, you're worth it. But y'all need to stop, ladies, y'all need to stop this. I know my value. Who set that value?
Ooh.
The market? Gold prices, the market set the price of gold. Watch, this watch, man, that watch ain't worth, okay, it's worth what somebody will pay for it. The difference is you wear your watch to tell time. I wear my watch to tell you how valuable my time is. There's a difference between the two. Stop playing with me.
Come on, man. Wait a minute.
That's the difference.
Hey.
You telling
Come on,
time.
man.
I'm telling you my time is valuable. Don't waste it.
Come on now. Boy, you preaching
So,
tonight, boy. Boy, you on fire, boy.
Y'all can get up here and you stand on your soapbox and talk about I'm fine and I'm okay.
So, Ocho up here, and I understand he's a second leg on Shannon's podcast, but no, it's a real thing. It's my time is valuable. Everybody's time is valuable, really. Everybody's time is valuable. If we agree to meet up at a certain place and you're late, you don't respect my time because time is all we got. We can have a heart attack and be dead in the next 15 minutes, 5 minutes, that time that you didn't show up. Respect my time. Be on time. Be early. Or just don't come. Call me. I'm not gonna make it. I respect that more than you say nothing and show up 10, 15 minutes late. What?
Hey, okay, but if you can't find a man that's willing to do that, that's not your value. That's not your value. And I don't begrudge. If you find a billionaire, you find a millionaire or 100,000 whatever the case may be, but you don't get to determine that what someone is willing to pay. That's the value.
That's your value. Hey, boy, you on fire tonight, boy.
Ocho, check this out. We about to have another one.
God damn, you on fire tonight, boy.
There's a video that's going viral from Joy Taylor and Taylor Rooks podcast, Too Personal. Let's take a look. Let's take a listen to what they had to say.
The splitting the bill conversation. Do we pay for the men? When do we pay for the men? A friend of mine was on her dating journey and she went out with a man twice. He paid for everything, wined and dined. On the third date, they spent a day together, ordered a bunch of things, had some drinks, had a good time. Let's call it a couple $100. She had to put her card down for this particular place. So when they went to pay, he was like, oh, your card is down. And now she didn't speak up and ended up paying for the bill. They had plans for another date. He texted her the next day and was like, I don't really see a long-term future with you. I don't really want to waste either of our times. I think you're great, but I don't want to keep our date for next week that we had planned, which I think is very respectable. Most people just ghost. So she's talking to me about it and she's like, but he did stick me with the bill. I was like, what are you talking about, stuck you with the bill? How did you leave paying? I was like, just text him and say, oh, okay, well, cool. Thank you for saying that. Had a great time too. But here's your split for Saturday. There's no possible way he thinks that she's just paying for his presence. He got upset, did not send her the split, and in fact went and sent her the receipts for the last 2 dates.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's
Ocho.
the problem?
So let me get this straight. He pays for both two.
Yes, sir.
Nothing. She don't chime in.
Yeah.
She didn't speak up. But now, I stuck him for 2 bills. He stuck me for 1. Now
Right.
we need to go 50-50?
Yeah. Listen. The game is the game. The game is.
Did I
not
hear
the
that,
game.
chat? Did I hear that right? Chat, are y'all hearing what I heard? He paid for the first 2 dates. She paid for the 3rd date.
Yeah.
He doesn't see anything long-term coming of it.
Right,
He says, you
right.
know what?
So that's gonna be the end of this live. It's just relationship dynamics are very, let's say, interesting at this point. There's a lot of things that is being put out on the table today, and I really do think that women need to understand what's going on, because women are really, oh Lord, I'm gonna say this, and I think it's gonna empower women. Women think that they're running shit right now, but you're really not running shit. What's happening is women are living in their own delusional world, and men are just like, live in your world, I'll be over here. When you become realistic, and I really think that's what men are doing right now. I ain't talking about boys, I'm not talking about males, I'm talking about men. That's what us men are doing. We're just like, hey, you want this, you want that. That's the top 1% of men in the United States. That's about 50,000 men in the country of 300 million. Go after those men. Go ahead, have fun. You know what? The rest of us that are men, we're just gonna be over here chilling. We have no problem, none, with being alone. We don't have any problem with that. You know why we don't have a problem with that? Because you got her. She's gonna come around when she wants to come around and do what we're gonna do. She's gonna come around and do what we want to do. And you know what? She's gonna come around and do what we want to do. She's gonna come around and do what we're gonna do. So y'all all over there chasing that same dude, and it's 5 of y'all, it's 10 of y'all all on this same dude, meanwhile chasing STDs and all this type of stuff. Have fun. Do whatever it is you think that makes you happy. Meanwhile, we over here chilling. We hitting, but at the same time, we are alone. You'll never understand what that means. It means we hidden, and we are alone, but we don't have to deal with all the drama of you delusional as women. But that's going to be the end of this. Very enjoyable. Mr. Bill, thank you. All right. That live was